What's up, beautiful people? This is Mike from Mike Guesswell, and I hope you all are having an amazing day. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the firmware update that came for Samsung Neo QLED QN90A. The firmware version is 1901, and I'm going to show you how to install it manually by a USB because this update did not come through over the air, and I had to manually go to the Samsung website and download it. So we're going to get into that. And also, you want to check out my new video, which is about the SDR and HDR 8G gaming settings. It's a complete 15 minutes video, and I'm sure you guys gonna like it. And there's so many tips involved about the gaming settings, so make sure to check that out. And also hit the like on this video and subscribe to the channel. That can help me a lot. So please do that, and I really appreciate if you're already doing it. Now, without any further ado, let's just talk about how to download it from the Samsung website. So you're gonna type the Samsung QN90A, whatever the model you have, and downloads. It's gonna give you a link to the Samsung official website directly, which is gonna take you here. And you're gonna click on the manuals and the software, and you're gonna see that you have different models showing up. So make sure to select it carefully. If you have 75-inch to 98-inch model, select that. If you have a 43 to 65-inch model, in my case, I have a 65-inch model. So I'm gonna click on that. There is QN9DA. These are the club models, like if you get it from Sam's Club or Costco, but the QN90A, not the DA. So 90A is my model. So I'm going to click on that. And on the left side in the firmware section, you can see that it's a huge update, and match it with your model number because you want to make sure that you're downloading the right firmware. Okay. And I'm going to download this one, which came yesterday. And I have done a video including this firmware update and all the settings. So it's the latest one. So you want to check it out because I already downloaded it. So I'm just showing you guys how to do this process. And this video I recorded before doing all the settings that I did on the SDR and HDR settings. Okay, you want to download this zip file and extract all the files to a USB thumb drive, and you're gonna hit OK. So now all the files gonna be copied to that thumb drive, and plug it in the back of the TV in the USB port, and you're gonna have this. You don't want to just go and browse and check those files because you won't be able to install it like that. So if you're wondering, you're just gonna go in browse and click on the folder, you can't do that. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to exit this and get out of this application because you can't just install. It's not .exe file like computers you can install. So we're gonna get out of it, and we're gonna go and follow the proper steps. So exit out of it. Beautiful animation. I don't know why it started showing. Okay, we're gonna go to the settings. And then we're gonna head down to the support section. This is how you would normally do if you have over-the-air update available. See, I'm running the 1805, and now I'm gonna click on the update now. It's gonna detect that the USB is already in there, and it's gonna start updating the firmware update for the TV. And you can see it went 100%, and all of a sudden I have the updating TV software because I have the USB plugged into the TV, and it's completing the installation. And it's gonna go to the 100% real quick. Now, it took so much time because it was about 1.5 GB file. And if I check the update again, it's gonna say that no more updates available. That means it's done, even though it wasn't doing it before. So I wouldn't trust this, but it's the latest firmware version. We have downloaded and uploaded, and it's working. Now, if we talk about the changes in this firmware update, I didn't find really any significant changes to the interface or any of those things, but there was a local dimming issue which was people were experiencing in the game mode. I have realized one thing, that it has small changes which they have tweaked. So let's say in this case right here, I hope the camera can show you that. I'll go to the settings and I'll go to that local dimming section. So in the settings, I have it on high. And then if I go to standard, it just has a little impact on the light. You can see that light is changing, like there's a street light, right? So high will compress it a lot. I mean, you will lose that. Low, it is actually doing adverse effects. So I wouldn't use it on low at all because it makes the screen totally dark, and I think it's not doing the dimming properly. So the darker area will become more darker. So that's what the purpose of doing the local dimming. So if you see on the standard and the high, these are the two I want to go with. And this game, like morning, it starts really quick. So my go-to will be standard or high. You can choose either. If you don't want to lose any of the shadow details, I will say keep it on the standard. But low hasn't been really effective in my case. It makes the screen super dull, and I don't know if the dimming is doing its job. So standard will be the way to go. If you want aggressive dimming, go with the high. Okay, so that's what all I have from this video, guys. I hope you liked it, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and here you go. I'm gonna crash my car and go to bed.